channel for people who are searching for answers, but they don't know where to start. This is a good start. From the book Seeds of Happiness, Lesson 5. Have I always been this kind of person? Your actions now affect your tomorrows. Sometimes when we look at our friends and acquaintances, we notice things in them that we lack and become envious. Everyone sometimes feels, why am I always like this? I want to become a different person. Or, I want to change the way I think and feel. But many people seem unable to change and are troubled by that fact, while many others are resigned to the situation. This is my inborn character and I can't do anything about it. But is the way we are now really determined from our birth? And is there no possibility of change for us? Shakyamuni taught there is no fixed, unchanging I or self. He denied that there was an unchanging, inborn character. The self is constantly changing. The self is in fact changing day by day. Since these daily changes are small, we do not notice them. But after 5 or 10 years, it becomes clear just how much we have changed. For example, many people who at first disliked eating fish have now become fond of it. And there are former fans of hard rock who now find themselves with very little interest in it. A man who in his student days was not a morning person may become one after taking a job that requires him to rise early each day. So we see that the self does indeed change. It is generally said that custom makes the man. That is to say, a man's daily acts become part of him, taking on an unseen power and ultimately making him who he is. To give a concrete example, we find that people who are often late, lose things, and make mistakes in their work are almost always those who are procrastinators and who rush to do things at the last moment. Because they swing into action at the last minute, they end by being late, by forgetting to bring in with them things that are needed. On the other hand, those who are in the habit of taking action in good time can usually manage to be on time for appointments despite traffic jams and train stoppages. They act calmly even when busy, so they seldom make mistakes or need to do things over again. Those around them trust them, feeling that all will be well if things are left to them. Tardiness and forgetfulness are not inborn traits about which nothing can be done, but are rather the cumulative result of a person's habitual actions. Therefore, by changing our actions from this point on, we can all become persons who are neither tardy nor forgetful. We can become the sort of person we want to be by becoming aware of personal tics in our ways of thinking, trying to see things from a different point of view, and having contact with ways of thinking different from our own. It's like viewing a waterfall. If you see it from far away, it may look like something reasonably solid, like a piece of cloth hanging in space. But if you come closer, you see that the water that is falling flows with tremendous energy and is changing moment by moment. It is vastly different from what it was a moment ago and from what it will be a moment from now. In the same way, it may seem as if there is an I that is unchanging since birth, but in fact it goes on changing as we act day by day. There is no self that cannot change. Let's learn from Shakyamuni Buddha just what kind of acts, sowing of seeds, we ought to do in order to become happy selves. So, yeah, we all want to have another wonderful day. And to do that, we need to have a positive mindset or outlook on life, which is the mindset of growth. You know, if there is growth by self improvement, everything becomes possible as we are moving towards the Dharma, of course, or towards happiness that doesn't abandon us because it comes from the Buddha, from the enlightened realm. From our own human wisdom, we have limitations and we cannot see everything, like they say. You cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. That consciousness only sees it as a problem. So we need to come in contact with others, especially with the Dharma, see it from a different perspective. So in this way, little by little, we can have assurance in life, confidence in life that all will be well, no need to worry. Just planting the good seeds to the best we can, day in, day out, on an hourly basis. We don't waste any time because we don't procrastinate. We know how precious human life is. So in this way, our life can become um, the infinite preciousness that Buddha teaches for every human life. We can truly feel it in every fiber of our being. That's the beauty of walking the spiritual path, moving towards our life's ultimate purpose, and also talk about it with people around us, share it, spread the light in the world. So good job everyone for being here practicing together. Today is Friday. We're going to have our purpose and meaning lab at 3 p.m. Pacific, and then also advanced group session in Japanese and English by Morita Sensei at 6 p.m. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Gita.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
My pleasure.